Hello everybody. Today we are going to be making some creamy vegetable soup. All right, and to start with, the recipe is in my cookbook, page 11. But I'm going to double that recipe today because I'm going to make a bigger batch. The recipe makes 1 quart, so that's not that much soup. But I'm going to double it today. So I'm going to start with 6 tablespoons of margarine or butter. I've got butter. I'm going to put that in my pot and let that start melting. And in the meantime, we are going to add a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and not tablespoon, a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, okay? And 2 teaspoons of corn syrup. So that's what I'm putting in next. As soon as my butter starts melting. All right, my butter's melting. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And 2 teaspoons of corn syrup. And I'm going to hold that right over here and just kind of guess it. All right, that's 1. And that's 2. All right, we are going to mix this up and simmer it for 1 minute. All right, next we are going to chop up 3 cans. The recipe calls for 1 can, but I like a little bit extra, so I put about 1.5 or 2 cans. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm actually going to be putting 3 cans in this one. And I just have this little stainless chopper, and I like to chop these up. Oops. So I'm just going to quick give all these a chop, and then I got to add 1 more can to this. Let me chop all these up. All right, I got these chopped up pretty good. I've got 3 cans in here, and the reason you chop them is because this is a creamy soup. It's almost, you can drink it. All right, so next we are going to put in 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm going to put that in here, and I'm just going to start whisking that around. I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, now you don't want to boil this or anything. You're just gonna, it's like you cook it slow right now. So we added the flour, pepper, salt. We're gonna put in 1 cup of chicken broth. 3 cups of water. Remember, I'm doubling this. Turn the fire up. I got my 3 cups of water, and we're just going to start getting all this mixed up. And then we're going to be adding our vegetables here. Let me see. The vegetables goes in next, and then we're going to simmer it 3 minutes. So let me get this flour mixed up. All right, we're going to go ahead and add our 3 cups of chopped up vegetables. These are just mixed vegetables in the can. We'll get them all out of here, and then we're going to simmer this for 3 minutes. Get this all all mixed up here. And then I'll show you what it's going to look like here. All right, the last thing that goes in is half and half. And since we're doubling it, we're going to use 32 ounces. We're going to use this whole carton. I guess this is a quart. And what you're going to do is keep simmering this. Pour this in. Keep stirring it. Stir it constantly the whole time you're doing this. And I have mine on about a 2 or 3 setting. And you're just going to keep stirring this until you get the desired consistency that you want. Do not bring this soup to a boil. I'm going to dump all this in there, and I can show you what it's looking like so far. I'm still adding this. But we're going to add this whole thing. And we're just going to keep on stirring this until we get the desired consistency. Just cook it on low, and I'll let you know. I'm going to keep stirring this around, and I will let you know how long we stir it for. All right, it's looking good, y'all. I'm going to put a little bit more pepper in. We like a little bit more pepper. So I'm going to put a little bit more pepper in there and stir it up. And I have been cooking it on about a medium. It says to simmer it, but I don't like to just simmer something. I like to get to getting it, you know. But it says just do not boil it. So I'm going to show it to you now. It's thickening up a little bit, but it does not get real thick because it is meant to be like drink it. This is similar to what they serve at Dixie Stampede in Pigeon Forge. It's called a creamy vegetable soup, and it's meant to be kind of just putting in a cup and drink the cup of soup. So it's thickening up a little bit, but it doesn't get real thick now. But boy, does it taste good. All right, I've been simmering it for about 10 or 12 minutes. And I'm just going to put mine on very low and simmer. But you got to keep stirring it as long as it's on the heat. You got to keep stirring this stuff. But we're going to go ahead and do a little sample here. Show you what it looks like. Now it's hot. Now, I don't know if you can tell what it looks like, but it's meant to be drunk. Now it's going to be hot, but I'm going to try and get a little sip here. On a cold winter's day, this is good. You can eat it in a bowl, put you some crackers in it, or you can just sip around on it. But it's very good, creamy vegetable soup. I love this stuff. That's really hot and burning my tongue, but y'all get the picture there. Go ahead and make you some. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.